So about 2 weeks ago, I got an email from this guy named Jesse. And to paraphrase, he said, "Hey, I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing. Keep it up." And I replied, "Hey, I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing. You keep it up." So then we set up a phone call and we shared our mutual admiration for each other and what we do. And then he said, "Why don't you check out some of our discs? I'll send them over." And I said, "That would be awesome. How about you sponsor one of our videos?" To which he said, "Sure, but on one condition. Say something negative." And after some clarification, it sounds like Jesse and Trash Panda just want an honest critique of their product. So hey everyone, it's Greg from Six Sided Discs. This is The Plastic is in the Details, and this video is sponsored by Trash Panda Disc Golf, even if I say something negative. Now, if you aren't already familiar with Trash Panda, and I'm sure most of you are, make sure you go check out Jesse's YouTube channel. It's full of fantastic content, and you will instantly realize just how committed to their mission he and Trash Panda are. That mission is to grow the sport sustainably by producing discs from 100% recycled materials. Why recycled materials, though? What's the problem with plastic? Well, in case you haven't already heard, let me hit you with some statistics. 8.3 billion tons is the amount of plastic ever made, and half of that was produced in the last 13 years. Of the estimated 40 million tons of municipal plastic waste generated in the United States in 2021, at least 85% was sent to landfills. Why is that a problem? According to the United Nations, plastic can take anywhere from 20 to 500 years to decompose. And even then, it never fully disappears. It just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Microplastics in particular have been found in every corner of the globe, from the peak of Mount Everest to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. In fact, it's been estimated that humans ingest a credit card's worth of plastic every week. I'm not sure I like that fact. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, only 10% of the generated plastic waste in the United States in 2018 was recycled. And the amount of plastic waste being recycled is growing much slower than the amount of waste being generated. While disc golf is a sport that loves to talk about its close relationship with nature, there's no denying that discs are made from plastic. And as the sport grows, so does our environmental impact. Now, Trash Panda is not the first company to make discs out of recycled plastic. There are, in fact, other options available on the market. Latitude 64 makes recycled discs for some of the House of Discs brands, and there is both Latitude 64 recycled plastic blend and a Dynamic Discs Biofusion blend, both of which are made from recycling discs that did not meet quality standards. MVP produces R2 Neutron plastic, a blend also made from discs with manufacturing imperfections. Because so many of MVP's discs have black overmolds, R2 Neutron comes out with a dark black color. Innova manufactures EcoStar plastic, which is meant to be a more eco-friendly alternative to normal Star because it's made from at least 50% reprocessed plastic. However, Ecoplastic is only produced sporadically and in limited runs. Thus far, we've only talked about discs made from other discs, but what if you want to start from scratch with something that's more environmentally friendly? Elevation Discs EcoFlex and EcoFlop blends are made using a mix of naturally occurring rubber and recycled tire rubber. Gateway Discs is producing their hemp blend that is made by, quote, crafting earth-friendly discs from renewable resources and recycled rubber. Above ground level discs, also known as AGL, are taking things one step further. AGL says that all of their discs are made from recycled plastic, sourced from suppliers in the United States and manufactured by Gateway. They claim on their website to be the, quote, greenest disc golf company, a claim that Jesse from Trash Panda would probably love to contest. I mean, everyone wins if a couple companies are battling to be the most environmentally friendly, right? Trash Panda is approaching things a little bit differently. Every single mini and disc manufactured by Trash Panda is made from 100% recycled plastic. Their plastic is sourced through a partnership with a Denver-based recycler. And as of June 2023, Trash Panda had recycled over 10,000 pounds of plastic waste. Those numbers come from Trash Panda's 2023 Impact Report, and inside we will find some other interesting facts and figures. For example, their partnership with UDisc for the International Course Cleanup Weekend had 163 events in 12 countries. They ship their products in boxes made of recycled materials, and they've even managed to offset all of the carbon emissions, not just of current orders from their website, but every order that has ever been placed through Trash Panda, amounting to 84 kilotons of carbon emissions. They're also working with the Disc Golf Pro Tour to provide refill stations at every Elite Series event instead of single-use water bottles. And finally, through their disc recycling program, they've already received thousands of discs from individuals, retailers, and manufacturers, and they're working to put drop-off stations all around the world. So that's a lot of numbers, stats, and impact. But do Trash Panda's discs live up to the very impressive and well-designed impact report? Let's start by talking about the two different blends of plastic that Trash Panda makes: Baseline and Premium. Baseline is described as a tacky, grippy plastic. The Baseline blend is a combination of 100% recycled thermoplastic elastomer, also known as TPE, as well as calcium carbonate, a naturally occurring mineral commonly found in limestone, eggshells, and it's also the only ingredient in Tums. However, to my hand, it's not the grippiest plastic I've ever felt. I would say it's a lot more slick than I would like for a putting plastic. For reference, I putt with Zero Medium Pures from Latitude 64, which have like a nice tackiness, but are still kind of stiff. The Premium blend is a flexible, slick blend made from TPU, or thermoplastic polyurethane. It is definitely closer to what you would consider a standard premium plastic feel, but it is more flexible than your average Star plastic disc from Innova, for example. But again, to my hand, it does feel pretty slick with a little bit less grip than I would expect. While the feel of the plastic is important, what people really want to know is how these discs fly. So let's begin with the Dune. The Dune is a straight mid-range rated at 5.5, -1.0. And on the course, it is smooth. In fact, it's so smooth, I'm a bit disappointed we didn't have it available when we made either of our straight mid-range videos recently. Regardless, it is a fantastically straight mid-range. Its neutral stability means whatever line it's on is likely to be how it finishes. The Dune is more than ready to compete for a spot in your bag with the likes of a Buzz or a Fuse or a Claymore. Whatever you're throwing for that kind of neutral straight mid-range, the Dune is fantastic. Now let's move on to the inner core, where we can finally compare these two plastic blends, since the Dune is only available in Premium. And with flight numbers of 2.4, -0.50, it's also aiming to be a super straight flyer. In Premium, it meets the flight numbers expectations perfectly and flies super straight, no more than a subtle turn and a subtle fade. However, in our testing, the Baseline was noticeably more overstable. Now, there isn't really anything wrong with the Baseline plastic being more overstable. In fact, if you really like the inner core, that gives you more options in flight. So the Dune and inner core are some great straight flying discs, perfectly deserving of a spot in your bag. However, you may have noticed something that seems to be missing from these discs. They do not come with hot stamps. And the reason why is there for all to see on Trash Panda's website. Hot stamps are an extremely wasteful part of the disc manufacturing process and affect the future recyclability of discs. So instead of hot stamps, Trash Panda's discs feature beautiful designs built into the bottom of the mold. And I totally love this idea. I went to school for design years ago, and this is a really creative way of getting around not having a stamp, but still having this really cool design to give the disc some personality. And the way that this has been executed on the Dune, I have no complaints, and I think it looks great. However, on the inner core, that raised plastic texture is right where your fingers contact the flight plate, depending on your putting grip, of course. Caleb noticed this immediately while putting, and he felt it impacted how the disc released from his hand. Now, this may or may not bother all players, but we felt like it's something worth pointing out. The last thing we want to address is the question posed by the title of this video. One of the things that usually lets recycled discs down is that they feel cheap or somehow not as good as a standard premium disc. So how does Trash Panda compare? Trash Panda's plastic feels completely different and unique, not only to other recycled plastics, but also to other premium or base plastics as well. It is a truly unique plastic, and it does not have that lesser quality feel that other recycled discs have. And honestly, I have to say, as a former Apple employee and somebody who's totally bought into their ecosystem of products, I am drinking the Trash Panda Kool-Aid. They have a clear vision, incredibly purposeful and well thought out marketing that's consistent across everything that they do, from their impact report, website marketing pages, YouTube content, product packaging, and of course, the product itself. I was thrilled when Jesse reached out to us, and I had a great time talking to him. And my respect for Jesse and what Trash Panda does has only grown while researching to make this video. If you want to help grow the sport sustainably, go to trashpandadiscgolf.com and see how you can help support any of their environmental initiatives, or maybe check out some of their discs. And in the near future, you might find them here at sixsideddiscs.com. Do you throw recycled discs? Comment below your thoughts on recycled discs or recycled plastic, and what, if anything, you're doing to reduce your impact on the environment while disc golfing. For Six Sided Discs, I'm Greg. We'll see you in the next one. Here we go. And our... A credit card per week. Yeah, no wonder it takes me so long to... Both of Mitch. I would say it's the inner core with flight numbers of 24, -50. Nope. That would be so understable. If you like this content and want to see more, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, or supporting us on Patreon. Your support makes this content possible. Boop. If you like this content and want to see more, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, or supporting us on Patreon. Your support makes this content possible.
Yeah.